spend this moment with you.
YouTube, what's up? It's Isaac Turner, and we are here today doing a Mackie DRM series speaker review overview. And we are actually filming it in a short bus. What's up? Anyways, so I've got two of the Mackie DRM 215s, and I have the Mackie DRM 18S. So the 215s sell for $900 a piece, and the subwoofer is $1,200. So this would be your basic DJ setup or a band's front of house setup. Two mains, subwoofer, maybe a second sub depending on how big your van or truck is, whatever. This would be your average setup, right? I took this system out and DJ'd a wedding yesterday, and I was really curious on how well it was gonna sound in a big open room and how well it was gonna project, and it killed it on all fronts. And I think one of the biggest things is, so speakers in this price range, they're typically like a plastic molding style speaker, which is cool, but when you start stepping up to the higher end stuff, you start getting wood cabinets, and you have wood cabinets on these, so that's huge. That helps with the acoustics. They sound amazing, and they have tons of power. 1,600 watts a piece on the tops, 2,000 on the sub. I had people come up to me at the wedding telling me how good it sounded and how powerful it was, so those aren't my words. That's somebody at the wedding. I think they're amazing for what they are. So let's hop into a few cool things, right? So they can be stacked on a subwoofer like this. They can also be pole mounted to a sub. So one thing to take notice of is it has the threaded pole mount, not the slip-in, which you need to know that if you're going to be buying poles. Because these are actually kind of a little bit harder to find, but they're sturdier. So you have to get the thread and pole mount, or you could just mount your speakers on speaker stands to the sides of the subs. It's kind of however you want to do it. And then they can also be used as monitors. They have a wedge, so you could use them however you want. Oh, and another cool thing that I think is really rad, if you do flip your logo, you can turn it around, make it match, you know, for you OCD people like me and you want to make it all clean and so fresh and clean looking. That's really rad. Okay. In this price range, so far, I'm very impressed. Let's hop around the back and I'll show you some of the setting stuff you got going on. Alright, so let me show you the menu settings on the back of the DRMs. They're freaking really high-tech looking instead of that weird like LED display stuff. So this is the main window right here. You have your main. You can, you know, manually, you can set delay if your speakers are in different places. You can kind of see what's going on. Just the overall volume. You can get into your mode and kind of pick whatever setting you're in. And then it has a crossover, and then you've got a little EQ, boom, your delay, and then it's got like some configuration stuff, and so basically the main is kind of like your overview. And then if you pull back just a little bit, it's got like your basic powered speaker kind of setup, where you've got like the two inputs and then an auxiliary if you didn't have a mixer, you just wanted to plug a mic straight in type of deal. So one of the things that I read that these things do too is they got basically their own power conditioner or something like that, so you can kind of pick your power and it'll kind of keep your power pretty clean. I don't know the details on it, but that's something you could look into. So let's hop down here to the subwoofer. So if you're coming straight out of your out of your mixer, you can bring your input in here, and then you have two choices to either use your built-in subwoofer or your built-in crossover and do your high pass out to your tops, or you can do a direct out and do full EQ all the way to your other speaker. And then looks a little bit different on this one. There's your main crossover, but then you got this guy, so you can kind of pick however you want your sub to rock and roll. So, all in all, like, when I first got these speakers, I was really impressed with how they were built, number one. When I seen the wood cabinets, and then I seen, like, the menu system, looks, and, like, quality of build, solid. And then I played through them, and one of the first things I noticed when I just played a little bit of music through it was how good it sounded. Like, they sound really amazing. But in a situation like this is one thing, but out in a big open floor, or you know, when you're at an event, or out in the actual world, using these things could be a totally different thing. And then when I was in a huge barn wedding reception, it totally held its own. Sounded great, had tons of power. I think Mackie really slayed it with these speakers. They're kind of known for their thumps, and their thumps have been bestsellers for a long time. These DRMs, they're very, very nice. I'd recommend them 100%. I've got nothing I don't like about them and nothing bad to say about them. I feel like they're the best of a lot of the speakers and a lot of the innovation I've seen lately in the industry. And I think they killed it with these. So the Mackie DRMs are pretty solid. We're going to hop out to the front. We're going to let you hear a little bit of music through it, and then we're going to peace out. So I'm going to play a couple tunes through them for you. It's going to be hard to tell because you're literally hearing them through a camera microphone. But I encourage you to go to your local Guitar Center and hear them for yourselves. I actually work for Guitar Center, so if you have any questions or you do want to help support this channel and me making these videos, I'd appreciate it if you wanted to pick them up. You purchase them through me. I'll have some info in the description if you wanted to get a hold of me or have any questions at all. So let's play some tunes for you. We'll play a couple different tunes. You can kind of get a few different ideas. The bass hits a little. Cafe, it's the same old sound and the same old faces. Alright, so basically, I think these speakers are rad. You're getting high-end cabinets, some cool little features, high-tech display in the back, menu system. They sound great and they got power. I approve. If you want to buy them, come see me, hook me up. Shoot me an email and I'll help you get a set of these guys. So, at this point, if you like them, I think you need to go check them out, hear them yourself, or go buy them. Isaac Turner, peace out. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more content that I consider cool. Peace.